Hello everyone, I'm Bonnie and I'm Program Development Supervisor for Calgary Child's Play Group. Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade watercolor paints using supplies that you likely have on hand at your center or are easily obtained. To make the watercolor paints, you'll need a muffin tin, measuring spoons, a container, corn syrup, vinegar, baking soda, corn starch, and food coloring. So the recipe is right here. So I'm going to start by, adding my 8 tablespoons of 8 tablespoons of baking soda. 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna make half a recipe for now. 4, I would double this if I was making a full recipe, but I'm just going to fill my small muffin tin, so I'm just making a half recipe. So you just would half that.
So 2 tablespoons.
So 4 tablespoons of baking soda. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. And what you want to do is you want to have the put the vinegar in and wait till it stops fizzing. So 1, 2. Now we'll just give that a minute till it stops fizzing. Then we're going to add
half a teaspoon of corn syrup.
Yeah, half a teaspoon of corn syrup, sorry. This is right here. If I was making the full recipe, it'd be 1 teaspoon. Just gonna wait for this to stop fizzing. Should be good. Add my corn syrup, and what the corn syrup does, I think it makes the paint kind of shiny. It's kind of fun to use, so I'll add that.
Mix it in.
Going to mix it in. Now, depending on how old your corn syrup is, or your corn starch and baking soda, it might be too thick. If it is, you can just thin it out with more vinegar. So, but this looks really good today. So I'm just going to stir that up till it's well mixed. Okay, then I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of corn starch, because remember I'm halving the recipe right now. 1, 2, and I'm going to mix this up.
This way you might have to add more.
Yeah, I think I might have to add more vinegar here, because this is pretty thick now and that won't flow. So I'll just add another half a tablespoon, sorry, of vinegar. Let's see what that does. If that's not enough, I'll just keep just about there, but not quite. So maybe I just add 1 tablespoon to start with. Until it stops fizzing. Stir it up. Make sure you get it all off the sides of the container. Now it should flow quite nicely. If you've ever made goop or oobleck, it's pretty much the same thing. Kids really enjoy making this. So then what I would do, I would just put it into the muffin tins, or you could excuse me, use an ice cube tray as well if you don't have a muffin tin. Okay, so I would just put some in each little cup. And then I'm going to add color. I'll just use this all up. Now, when I went to the store, the day after Halloween, there was only neon colored food coloring left, so I don't know how bright it will be. The thing is, when you use the regular food coloring, you can use the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, or yellow. I'm going to add about 8 drops to my color, and then I'll just stir it up. And you want to give it a good stir so the color is mixed in. Okay, so there's my yellow. I'll do red next. And when I did this at Westgate, the children really had fun mixing up the colors and getting quite a few different colors actually from our primary colors, our secondary colors, and then the neon colors, and then blue. Okay. So you just make sure that it's really, really well mixed.
Make some purple next to the yellow. Get some purple next to the yellow.
Yeah, and so then if I wanted to make the secondary colors, I would make blue and red together will give me purple. And it might be a little tricky because I'm almost out of red. I am out of red. Let's stir this up. Now, once you've made it, you have to let it sit until it dries out. When we made it at Westgate, it took a couple of days to dry out because we had left it in the storage room and it was fairly chilly in there. When I made it at home here, I just put it on the ledge of the fireplace and it was dry overnight, and then you can use it. So
take a little, about half a teaspoon, put that in the next bucket.
Okay.
To your left.
Okay.
Because it's so dark.
It's very dark.
If you thin it a little bit.
Well, then I might put some.
Oh no, just make a nice purple. It's going to turn brown.
No, it should be green.
So it should be brown.
Oh, maybe it'll be brown. Oh well, we like brown too, so it's a nice color brown. Anyway, you can play with the colors. You can talk about color theory. Primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. Secondary colors, orange, purple, and green. And then have fun mixing your other colors. You can also mix the neon colors, or use the neon colors. And they're fun to use as well. So basically, that's how you make homemade watercolor paints. Just giving them a good stir. Have the students do that. Excuse me. And wait a couple days or a day. Make sure they're really dry. When you use them, you will have to use quite a bit of water on your brush to get the paint to flow onto the paper. And if you use heavier drawing paper or watercolor paper, if you have any, I'm sure that would be better, and then the paper won't ripple as much. So that is how you make homemade watercolor paints, and I hope you and the children at your centers have fun making them. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
Bye.
That's it for now.